Good morning. It's time for our missionary moments today, and Heather Vetch will be coming up here and will have a presentation for us, and then I will follow her. So, Heather, if you want to come up.
Good morning. I would just like to inform you that I am doing this for a speech class for PSEO college classes, but with my professor's permission, I'm going to give it to you today. So please enjoy. Okay. So, how many of you here have heard of Awana? Raise your hand. A lot of you. Okay, how many of you have been involved in Awana or perhaps sent your kids? Good number of you. Okay. For those of you who may not have heard of Awana, Awana is a program for kids that includes Bible memory verses and teaches biblical foundations that children can grow and learn from. I myself have been involved in Awana for 13 years now. It has been a very strong factor in my life. But something you may not know is that our missionaries, Mike and Kayla Betcher, up in Keiko, Alaska, are using Awana to reach out to the kids of Alaska. You see, not only the adults, but the children of Alaska need to hear about Jesus. And Betchers are using Awana games to build relationships with these kids and show them the light of the gospel. But they need our help. I am raising money to help the Betchers to continue to hold Awana games and to keep ministering to these children. I would like you as a church to help join me in supporting them. The need for this ministry has never been greater. Many children in Alaska are living in spiritual darkness. According to the U.S. Census Bureau and the state of Alaska's website, there are 150,000 kids in Alaska who are under the age of 14. These kids are growing up in a state where alcohol abuse, drug abuse, and suicide are sometimes more than twice the national average. All of this accumulates to provide very little hope for a good future for these kids. But there is some good news. Mike and Kayla Betcher and their kids, Alyssa and Titus, are there to witness to these children. They have recently had an open invitation to visit 2 villages near Keiko. These kids are always very excited to come to Awana and to play the Awana games, and according to Mike Betcher, he said, they are always asking, when will you be back? When can we have Awana again? There is, however, an obstacle to this outreach: the cost involved. You see, in Alaska, the largest state in America, there is, of course, great distances to cover. All of these distances have to be covered by plane, which costs a lot of money. According to the 2008 Keiko budget, almost $25,000 was spent on airplane fuel alone last year. With the very high cost of living in Alaska, there is very little money left over to buy all the Awana supplies that the Betchers like to have. They can have 1 set of Awana game equipment for 2 clubs. This set is being used so much it's getting worn out, literally loved to pieces. And it is also quite a hassle to transport it back and forth between the 2 clubs. But I'm raising money to help buy a new set of game equipment so that the Betchers will have 2 sets of game equipment. This will allow them to keep 1 set of game equipment at each village, and it will also help to replace the worn-out parts of the set that they have. After the service, there will be a love offering today to help out the Betchers. I would encourage you to make a donation of maybe $5 to $10 to help out towards the cost of this equipment. Our goal is $100 to buy a basic set of game equipment. According to the Awana catalog, this will include bean bags, pins, batons, straps for the 3-legged race, a tug-of-war rope, a bag of balloons, and more. However, if any extra money is gathered, we might also be able to buy things that are not included in this game set. I talked to Mike Betcher, and he said that a favorite of the Alaskan kids is dodgeball. This is not normally included in the game set, but the kids are playing it so much that their dodgeballs are flat. If we are able to raise any extra money, we could also buy dodgeballs in addition to the normal game set. When the money is gathered, we'll send it to the Betchers so that they can buy this game equipment. With 2 sets of game equipment, the Betchers would be able to have Awana more often and be able to reach out to more kids. It is important that they reach these kids at a young age in order to change the rest of their lives. Awana has been shown to impact kids through their adulthood. According to a survey that is on awana.org, it is found that kids who participated in Awana for several years are found that as adults, they remain in the church and remain strong in the Lord. Now, in a region of spiritual darkness and depression, only the love of Christ can give these kids the hopeful future that they are looking for. Please join me in supporting the Betchers as they reach out to the children of Alaska. As I have mentioned before, there will be a love offering after the service, and there will also be a love offering next week, too, if you forget today. And if you would like to donate, please make out your checks to Cornerstone, E-Free, and write in the memo line, Betchers Awana. If you have any questions, please feel free to come talk to me after the service. I would love to talk to you. Thank you.